What is in the box? Say hello. Say hello.
Hello.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Bananas.
Have a look. Have a look. What's in it? What's in it? What is it? What is it? Nelly, what's in the box? Look.
Mini detector!
Mini detector.
Our most loved ones, kids, hooked on technology and disconnected from nature. And we, as parents, try to encourage them to go outside, explore and play, and teach them history. Yet, it seems hopeless at times. Nocta Macro. Introducing the world's first waterproof kids detector series. Mini and Mini Horde. Easy to use. Lightweight and compact. Find, discriminate, and pinpoint. Just like an adult's detector. Share your hobby with your kids to build great family memories. Let your kids discover a world full of adventure. Experience and excitement of discovery right outside their door. Mini and Mini Horde. World's first waterproof kids detector series for the young treasure hunters of the future.
Thank you for our many hearts, we love them.
No worries, Bonnie.
Thank you for our many hearts, we love them!
If
Thank
no-
you for our many hearts, we love them!
Good.
No distinguishing marks, and therefore this coin is just a coin of nothingness. Coin of nothingness? Coin of nothingness? I'll give you coin of nothingness, you big ginger whelp. I used to sit in the pockets of princes and kings, not in the pockets of peasants like you. Do you know that I was the coin that was flipped that made the decision to go to war with the Germans? Yes, I bet you didn't know that, did you? Because no, you weren't even born back then. Coin of nothingness. I'll give you coin of nothingness. I'm just going to pretend I didn't find that one, I think.
I'm Dave D, and you're watching XP Team USA.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Thursday, it's 8 o'clock, and it's the Big Detecting Show. Good evening, Adrian.
Hi, Dave. All right?
Oh, he's left that picture there. The one behind us.
What about me?
Oh.
Oh, dear.
It's Thursday, it's 8 o'clock, and it's the Big Detecting Show. Good evening, everybody. Hope you're all well this week. Are you well, Mr. Gaylor?
Yeah, just a bit sad about the fireworks, isn't it? There's hardly any going off around here.
Oh, it's been like Beirut here. Mind you, it's like Beirut anyway in Mongleton, but I don't know. Oh, he's changed the picture. He's changed it. He forgot. He was tricking us. So, anyway, straight into it. Tonight's guest is Mr. Scott Holden from Detector Network. Now, I'm going to bring him straight on, Adrian, because we're going to have a shorter than normal show tonight. Because of other more important matters that are going on in the world. So, can you bring that young man, Mr. Scotty, on, please? Luke, here he is. Good evening, Scott.
Evening, all. Happy to
well?
All right, Scott.
Very well, thanks. Yeah, getting there.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to go straight into sharing the screen again. And the original share the screen, by the way, was because I didn't poke Luke in the ribs to tell him that we had a new advert, so I've done it that way instead. So sharing the screen, Luke, and we'll go straight onto this evening's weekly news roundup, if it shares. There we go. There we go. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's some delightful things here. This is on the arcmagmd.com website, and it'll be listed within the Big Detecting Show and our other ArcMag pages shortly. But first up, archaeologists prepare a dig in Jezenico after a mushroom picker finds a rare Bronze Age sword. Look at that. Look at the intricate detail.
Mushroom picker?
A man searching... Big mushrooms over there. Yeah. A man searching for mushrooms close to his home came across a 3,300-year-old sword from the Bronze Age. The rare item was excited archaeologists who say that planned to dig in the surrounding area. Roman Novak, that is the most easiest name I've had when it comes from abroad ever, was indulging in a typical Czech pastime in the Jezenico district of northern Moravia when he came across the rare item. It just rained and I went mushroom picking. As I went, I saw a piece of metal sticking out of some stones. I kicked it and found it had the blade, part of a sword. I then dug some more to find a bronze axe. You can continue reading that as ever, clicking on the link where it says continue reading and obviously go for the full story. But how ace is that, going mushroom picking and find... I've got a potato field or two to do. What do you think I can find on there without detecting?
Well, I find that quite bizarre. Mushroom picking. I mean, you don't even dig, do you? Literally, no. I've been sticking out the soil for years. But
I love mushrooms.
Yeah, I do, but I always worry about picking the wrong ones.
Yeah.
I'm not 18 anymore.
Don't buy them off the shelves in Amsterdam, pal.
No.
You'll be seeing more than Bronze Age bloody swords. This treasure was found on a Barking building site. Look at that. Archaeologists have uncovered potentially valuable Roman artefacts on a building site in Barking in Essex. Is that near you?
About half an hour drive, 20 minutes. Yeah.
Western Homes Abbey Keys construction site in Barking is next to the ruins of Barking Abbey and brought the archaeologists during the early stage of enabling works excavation. Western is working with RPS Consulting Services as an archaeological consultant and Archaeology Southeast, which is undertaking the field work to excavate the artefacts. Site is located at the northern end. I don't need to go through all this. The findings may lead to some academic rethinking on which occurred in Barking during the Roman, Saxon and medieval periods. Again, click on there to learn more, but I don't even know what is it?
Coin.
All right, I'm with you. Got it.
The old coin. Yeah, they haven't identified it, have they, in there? Oh, mind you, that's a picture from the flow by the look of it.
Archaeology Southeast, that'll be from the organisation itself, won't it?
Oh, right.
It's pretty anyway. Pretty expensive as well, no doubt. Military dog tag with the name Stupples was found in a cabbage field in Shepherdswell. Cabbages now.
Cabbages? Digging for cabbages now.
So there's the dog tag, and it was found a military dog tag, potentially dating from the early 1950s, discovered by a detectorist who wants to reunite it with its rightful owner. Emma Pierce was scouting through the cabbage field, scouting, I like that, with other enthusiasts on an organised dig in Shepherdsville near Dover when her XP Deus started beeping. Continue reading. Bit of news from France. The Gendarmerie Nationale. A statement from the French police, they're cracking down on illegal metal detecting by non-French nationals. On patrol on the banks of the Moselle in Haukencourt, the gendarmes of the Metz River Brigade caught a Belgian couple carrying out searches for World War I items using metal detectors. The police investigation showed the couple were using detectors without any authorization or license from the Regional Directorate of Cultural Affairs. The various offences were noted and all detecting equipment was seized and confiscated. The ruling is simple. In France, without authorization, the use of metal detector is prohibited without a license. So there's the Garrett AT Max Pro, and another one that I can't make out.
White Fisher.
But learn, people. Roman coin commemorating the assassination of Julius Caesar 2,000 years ago sells for a record 3.24 million in auction. Look at that. The iconic coin is one of only 3 of its style still to exist in gold. It was minted in a naked and shameless celebration of the statesman's death. Julius Caesar was murdered by a conspiracy of 60 Roman senators in 44 BC. The coin from a private collection was sold in auction in London. So it'll be on Tuesday now. So beautiful, beautiful. We have some other bits and bobs on the updates on the website this week. One of them, which I feel of consequence, is archaeological and metal detecting mental health and well-being. If you do feel over the coming weeks that you are having a blip mentally, please visit here and you will find Kevin Wetmore's added some for the information, but there's lots of links for organisations and the NHS and stuff for people with mental health issues. Also, there's the video there about addicted to bleeps may help you also. So I'm thinking that's quite important. Some other bits and bobs this week. We've got the Occult or Mormon Talisman by Ant Doyle, which a lot of people have seen already. There it is. We also have My Metal Detecting Journey by Digger Dawn and lots more in the last week. So that's that. Now, secondly, before we crack on, where's that? Is that it? No, open, you fool.
That's a bit risky, Dave.
There it is. There it. Not on my computer. It's a family computer. So gov.uk have updated their information regarding metal detecting on their .gov website today. Now, sadly, it actually makes things worse because you can't understand it. You must not leave or be outside of your home except for special purposes. This can include exercise outdoors or to visit an outdoor public place with the people you live with your support bubble, or when you are on your own with one person for your household. That means metal detecting. Now, you'll understand in a minute why I say it's all confusing. Metal detecting can take place in an outdoor public place. You must have the permission of the landowner to detect on the land and should contact your local council or district councils to check the local policies regarding detecting on public land in your area, as you may need a formal permit. This must be done alone, with your people you live with your support bubble, or when on your own with one person in your household. You cannot detect on private land, even if you have permission from the owner. So, make of that what you will. If you're able to search for archaeological finds, including those metal detecting, field walking, and those searching for Thames foreshore mudlarking, you must follow this advice. So that makes absolutely no sense. One says you can, and the other says you can't in the same breath. So, there you go. Hi, Scotty. Hi, Scotty.
Hello.
Are you well?
Oh, yeah, not too bad. Bit knackered today. So I thought you were talking to Scotty B in the chat.
Yeah, I did. I was thinking, what? How's that work?
Hi, Scotty B in the chat. Scotty B's just messaged me, actually. He's got a giveaway. So let me just say what Scotty B's giveaway. He says he's got up to grabs for the first person who writes in the comments www.northoftyne-detecting.co.uk and adds themselves to the North of Tyne Detecting Group. They will win a weekend pass to Detecticon next year. So in the comments here, you have to write straight away www.northoftyne-detecting.co.uk and add yourself to his Facebook group. First person in will receive that weekend ticket for Detecticon. And I'll accept your apology, Scotty, because that was last minute on himself. So, anyway, Wilhelmo's in there. Go ahead, Wilhelmo. We like Wilhelmo. We've got a picture from Wilhelmo coming up in a little bit while. A fantastic picture.
Very nice.
So, Adrian, I'll let you start off with Scotty, ask him a few questions. What's been going on in the world of Detector Network? Because I know there are a few bits and bobs that have occurred.
Yes, just quickly, Dave. I've got to apologise to John Clayton, who won the annual subscription to Treasure Hunting. He hasn't received his first copy. Slight blip, but it's all been sorted. He's watching tonight, I think, as well. And also thank you to Graham Dempsey, because he sent me this to try out. Some white powder. And also the Gladius cleaning solution, which I've got to ask him how it works, but I've been naughty and just gone ahead and used it, and I don't know what the hell's in it, but it's good. So I'll hopefully have some coins.
You haven't drank the Gladius, have you?
Just a little bit.
Okay.
And this stuff is for cleaning the coins as well. But yeah, it's thank you very much, Graham. I'm looking forward to trying that fully. Sorry, Scott. Evening.
Hello.
You all right?
Yes, not bad. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Although fed up with
You
all
work
the election
locked
stuff.
down now as well?
Yeah, I'm working from home as of yesterday. So
Right.
yeah, it's one of those things. But so
Lovely.
Detector Network, I see it's growing more and more now.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, I've
I
seen
don't know where to start, really.
Well,
there's quite a lot of stuff to go through.
Yeah, I've seen a few posts from people saying they're moving over to Detector Network due to issues with Facebook and the like, and being blocked and stuff in the recent weeks. And what developments have you added to the platform apart from the app, which I'm aware of, and I've got it on my phone and I love it and use it. I don't know if you want to mention or speak about the app, how that's where.
Yeah, I mean, well, first of all, really, because it's been so long since I've been on the stream, and I don't like going on them too often, is to thank everyone, really, for your support so far. Like, firstly, you guys, right from the very beginning, you adopted it. Pete from LP for putting Detector Network in his email newsletter to get the word out there, which was nice. There's too many names that I can mention. Obviously, all the members that have signed up, thanks for your support so far. We've teamed up recently with quite a few suppliers like Spinner Disc metal detectors, We Dig metal detectors in the USA, Forest City in Canada, MDSA in South Africa, and a few more. And also a special thanks to the Metal Detecting channel, and I'll tell you about that in a minute as well. So yeah, just thanks for your support so far. It is growing. We've got over 5,000 followers on Instagram now, over 2,000 members. It's been a long old slog. I've learned a lot about the metal detecting community over the last several months. I've got to thank Mark Betcher as well from Detectable. He's been very helpful with Detector Network quite recently. And obviously the Android app is finally out, as you know, and hopefully you all like it.
Yes. So I see it's got
heavily delayed, but
so basically I've just literally gone onto my phone, and it's got 5-star reviews. So literally those who haven't got it, I presume they just go to the Google Play Store, type in Detector Network, and download the app. And it's free, isn't it?
Yeah, totally free. You can download it straight from the Play Store. I am still working on the iOS app. There's so much going on at the moment, but that will be released soon. I've made it into a progressive web app, which means you can add Detector Network to your home screen on your iPhone for now, when you press the share icon in Safari. so it will perform similar to a native app. But yeah, the iOS version will be out soon. But it's received rave reviews so far. There's been a few minor glitches, but other than that, I think it was worth the wait, hopefully. But you'll have to let me know what you all think.
Yeah, I just noticed you've had a post from Calico detectors in America, who are huge.
Yes, they signed up a little while ago, and like most, they were a bit quiet for a while. And they messaged the other day and said they're looking forward to getting more involved on the platform, which would be good. And then I noticed they've just written an article. I haven't read it yet, but it's quite good that they've sort of taken the initiative and started engaging on there. So that'll be quite good.
Yeah, huge company. So how much are you getting? A lot of interest from overseas, like in America?
Yeah, initially not so much. I focused on the UK mainly, but US seems to be catching up now quite a bit, and Canada as well. I think the issue with the US is most people over there use iPhone and iOS, and a lot of people, it's a bit of a pain to add it to home screen. They're probably waiting for the app. So I think as soon as I launch the app on iOS, I think it will be even more popular still. So
And they like looking at all our history that they haven't got.
yeah, I posted some members' finds on a US Reddit thread, and they were quite jealous, to say the least. So.
Yeah. So is there plans? Oh gosh, look at that. Sorry.
Someone had a bad day.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to find out. My wife would love that in the lounge. So what sort of? I know obviously since the platform went live, you've been adding. Well, every time I go on it, there seems to be something new. What's the next thing after the iOS app that you're looking at bringing to the platform, or is anything new coming up?
Well, today I've launched a prize draws, competitions, and giveaways feature. So it's not like a fancy, lovely game like Diggers Dips have got. It's not a replacement for that. It's just a nice feature for people on Detector Network to use. It'll be sort of one ticket per member, where we'll be doing lots of free giveaways over the lockdown, maybe some books as well from Greenlight. So yeah, hope it seems to be well received so far. I only launched it about 2 hours ago, and I've got quite a few people that entered a giveaway, so that'll be quite good. Obviously, we need to push virtual detectable as well on the platform, so we'll be doing that soon. So yeah, I hope that feature will complement what they're doing with virtual detectable, and it will also make Detector Network a little bit fun. So if we do random giveaways and prize draws here and there, it might entice people back to the platform to engage with people more, and it might just be something else to take people's mind off a lockdown.
Scott, somebody's just said in the chat room, Philip Wills, and it is something that I've noticed, but I haven't actually realised until he said it. Philip Wills says, I got a bit frustrated with Detector Network. I couldn't find how to view a feed of latest posts by people I follow. I must be doing something wrong. Is there a way? Because when you view it, basically it's everything. It's like everyone who's on there is on the feed. Is there a way of actually viewing the people that you follow?
That's changed now. So for a little while, to build up engagement and get other people to find other people to follow easier, I enabled all posts on the platform by default. So when you go on there, you'll see everything and always the very latest thing. Now, if you go on the platform, you'll only see the latest content in your newsfeed from people that you follow.
Great. So mine, I don't actually follow many people, so I should not have any on there.
That's right.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I can see that now.
What I do,
actually only following you by the looks of it.
It might annoy people at the moment a little bit, but I share a lot of people's posts. One, to help with exposure, and two, to give other people a chance to follow other people that post good content on there. So you'll probably see Detector Network has shared such and such as post in your newsfeed quite a bit at the moment.
John Clayton says he's still having trouble logging in, but can get it through Facebook. Phil's going to have another look sometime. That's what we like.
No worries. Any issues, just drop me an email to scott@detectornetwork.com, or you can get me on Facebook. And yesterday or the day before, a lot of people asked me for a chat room feature on Detector Network, which we've got one-to-one chat, and we've also, you can set up group chats, but it's a little bit awkward. So I've set up a Discord server where you can join. It's a Detector Network Discord server. You can jump in and out of it. You can chat to different people. So I've set that up as well because of the lockdown. Like if you wanted to jump in and talk to the masses from Detector Network, then you can do that to pass a bit of the time as well.
Fantastic. I had to ask you multiple times because I couldn't quite get the concept of what Discord was all about.
Yeah, did you want to? Yeah, because that's quite a good feature, Scott.
I tried to give it to Dave the other day, and then I felt a bit bad because I know he's a bit of a technophobe. I was like, oh god, I'm going to have to explain what Discord is now. But it's similar to Slack. Well, you probably don't know what that is either, do you, Dave? Right, never mind. Starting again. It was mainly built for gamers to chat when they're gaming and live streaming, and then you can create voice channels and videos and stuff like that as well. So it's just one big chat room, and I can create different channels. So there's a main Detector Network one. There's another thing I've created called, well, I'll tell you about that in a minute. I could create another one called DN Feedback, where you can put in all your feedback in there, and I can engage with you directly. New features, there's all sorts of different things that we can do with the Discord. And if it becomes popular, I've got it set up ready to embed the Discord chat server directly into the DN platform. So you won't have to use Discord separately. You can do it all from the app. So that will be good. But I won't do that yet. It depends on how popular it gets.
So if, let's say I run a club and I want to have a chat with everyone in the club who's following me on DN, I can do that.
Yeah, you can create a group chat, or for a club, it's probably better to set up a private group on Detector Network itself for a club. But if you wanted to chat, then if you want to use the Detector Network Discord server for that, just let me know and I'll set you up your own private channel for your club. It's not an issue.
Yeah, because I know there's a lot of issues. The club I'm with, as soon as there's a permission, we've got a new permission. It was going on Facebook, and you were getting other people who weren't in the club turning up because someone in the club had shared it or taken a screenshot or whatever. So it's still one of those sort of secret things. Well, it was not at the moment because we can't go detecting. So yeah, it's quite interesting. So this,
there's a lot of stuff we can do. Like, I've had 99% positive feedback on DN so far, but a couple of people, especially concerning Facebook groups, seem to think I hate Facebook groups, and they're a bit worried about DN. You know, so if you are a Facebook group owner and you are worried about DN, you don't need to be. DN is an alternative to Facebook groups if you want to use it. It just means that you won't get hyper-targeted with ads. We won't sell your data. And you've got a bit more control over your group on DN than you have on Facebook, although you've probably got a few more features on Facebook at the moment. But yeah, DN is there to benefit you, your club, your group, or whoever in metal detecting. So feel free to give it a go for a club. We can add more features for clubs as well. There's other features like points, the wallet feature that could be useful for clubs that I haven't talked about before. So yeah, just give it a try. See if you like it, and then if you've got any feedback or you want some features specific for a club, just let me know and we'll build it in.
Fantastic. I'm just going to jump into the chat room and say hello to the people who are in there because I haven't done that tonight. So to Graham Dempsey, Rick Hill, TC Detects, Dominic Tomczyk. Look at that. He saw me post about the cats. Doodle's gone digging. Kevin Whitmore. Hope you're well, Kevin, and thank you for your input on the article about mental health. Stan's Lad, Ramon Galan, Alan Kopitko, Mudslinger, Phil Wills, Stan's Lad, Nicola Roberts, Pete from LP, Scotty B, who his competition was won by Will Hemo. So Will Hemo, congratulations, you've won the weekend ticket to next year's Detecticon. Who else have we got? Mark Betcher, good evening. Dirt Diggers UK, Scotty and Kimmy, good evening. Philip Wells. Aaron Weedle, South Coast Detecting. I've no idea who Doodle's gone digging or people like that the real name is, so I do apologise. Just get called Doodles for now. Lee Hull, nice to see you, Lee. Yes, we've got a permanent co-host now. Space Pants Scotty B. Pomsey Detecting, Shane Holdcroft, Will Hemo, Keith Westcott. Good evening, sir. Metal Nick Detecting, Philip Wills, might have said him already, John Clayton. This keeps going, loading tonight. John Webb, Darren Richardson, the JCB Digger. And there you go. History Unearthed, Darren Booth, good evening. And I think that's, there you go. That's everybody. We're up to date. So I do have another bit of information. I'm just going to jump in because I forgot to do it at the start, if that's okay, gents. It's regarding the DDRG, which is the Detectorist Dig and Rallies Group, which has been formed by responsible organisers recognising a general concern from outside and within the hobby, which focuses on some practices of digs and rallies. Ultimately, the group would like to create an environment where the PAS see the benefits of this approach by supporting and attending future events. Their aims are to voice their future of the hobby and demonstrate the willingness and ability to self-manage and promote best practices at all times, in line with shared values and guidance developed by organised members within the group. Our future standards or guidance can be adopted on a voluntary basis by those who support the aims of the initiative. So anyone who wants more information on that, there's a lot more to it, but I've kept it brief. If you'd like to contact Mark Betcher, and he will be able to fill you in on all information about the Detectorists Dig and Rallies Group, the DDRG, which I'm a big advocate of. And we'll carry on. Back to you, Adrian.
Sorry, I was just looking at the comments. Rick Hill saying about how easy it is to use Detector Network on iOS. I've got iOS and Android. And if you, what was it, Scott? Add to home screen or something on iOS? It basically runs exactly the same. Yeah, it's great, like a shortcut. It runs exactly the same pretty much as the Android app. And it creates a little icon on your screen, which is pretty much the same from what I can gather. The interface is slightly different. It's a little bit slower, but apart from that, it seems to work fine. I've not had it yet.
It's actually what I was using before the release of the app itself. So, yeah, it works exactly the same. It's just obviously a lot more smoother and visually aesthetic as well.
What is the issues with iOS, Scott? Why is it so? Does it cost more, or is it just the?
No, not really. It's just down to the amount of time I've had, which has been 0.
Oh right.
Because I'm one person, I haven't got a massive development team. It's just me at the moment, and it's been difficult trying to do everything on my own. So it is underway. Still, will be released very soon. But there have been other features that I've needed to release first for various reasons. So that's just where we are, really. And also, I put out a poll a long time ago asking people, do they want Android or iOS first? And most people said Android. So I went for Android. That was fine. And then just before, well, it was a little bit delayed, but just before I released the Android, a ton of people started asking me for iOS, which is quite typical.
Yeah. It's funny.
When it's out, I mean, it will be fine, I think. So.
Funny, the demographics of the average metal detectorist in the UK, I know through Treasure Hunting magazine, Google Analytics that we have on the site when people visit it, it's a vast majority have got Android. I don't know why, probably because they're cheaper and would rather waste the money on buying a new pinpointer or something like that, which is pretty much what I'd rather do. And we get
I've always had iPhones for years. The build quality is really good. But I switched to Android because a lot of the newer phones, especially the Samsung ones, are of similar quality, probably because they copied Apple. And I need more control over the operating system for my needs. But, that I need to cater for everyone. And I think for the US market especially, it's important that I release the iOS app quite soon. But it is coming. Don't worry about it. It's coming. Right. And I'll deliver.
More importantly, have you got a metal detector yet?
Mate, I haven't, but I'll tell you what. I really want one.
Yeah.
It's seeing everyone's fine. So, because as you know, I'm not a detectorist yet. Although I may as well be now because, well, I've seen, shared and read so many articles, shared so many pictures on Instagram, it's just become my life, really, which is a bit absolutely mental, something I didn't really expect. But yeah, I need to get one. So if anyone wants to give me one,
well,
I'll
it'd be
send you
interesting.
my address.
Interesting what people say in the chat recommend Scott to get. Because
Simplex.
well, I've been interested in this. You know, there's lots of machines out there, from the Simplex to the Quest to the Garrett. You know, actually no, get him a white. Although that's been taken over by
Garrett
now. So I'm not sure if anyone knows if there's still servicing machines in the UK, because from what I heard, Garrett have taken over America, and the premises and stuff, but I'm not sure if they're covering Scotland. So because there's obviously White's Repair Centre in Scotland. So, but yeah, it'd be interesting what machine you end up with, Scott.
Yeah, I'll do a video when I do finally get one. I'll make a video, and then you can all laugh at me on my first detecting adventure. I expect it'll be quite funny, but I am really looking forward to giving it a go. I didn't think I'd say that, but yeah, it would be good. It only seems right, doesn't it? If I'm, managing and building Detector network, I should at least be giving it a go. So,
well, I think sitting in your pants in a room 23 hours a day doing the DN app.
I do like a dark room, mate. I've got to say.
Yeah, no, I think it'd do you well to get out in the fields, a bit of fresh air. And Dave mentioned earlier about mental health and stuff. This time it's perfect. You just go out there, switch off, switch your machine on, and it is great. I mean, have you been out recently, Dave?
No, I've not been able to get out, Adrian, due to basically life, to be honest. But I've got 4 weeks off, and I've got a small field at the side of the house, which I've been promising to go on for the last 15 years, but I'm going to definitely take him up on the offer at this point, because it's behind me used to be a hall, so where it's a bridle path next to me, which the field's off, and the set of stairs that went up the hill to the entrance to the halls there, so all covered in grass now, what have you, and there's a well as well, so I'm going to have a play there.
Well, that sounds good. Yeah, I was out detecting this weekend, and me and my detecting mate, we looked at these 3 fields next to the permission we detected. They've been ploughed, rolled, just left for the spring. Absolutely gorgeous, like huge fields with a forest on the side. We looked on our map where we've got the permission highlighted from the landowner, and it wasn't highlighted. So we ended up going in sort of like everyone's probably going in like short stubble at the moment, which, depending on what machine you're using, is a bit of a pain, messing about your sensitivity and stuff. And after detecting, my mate said, I'm just going to text the farmer and see if, who owns those fields. And he texted him, and he came back and said, oh, sorry, they're mine as well. It's just like, fuck. But yeah, I've got that this weekend. So I'm out this weekend with a few machines. I've got a new machine, actually. Got the Quest Q30.
Oh, right.
I nearly said Dave Allen, but he's dead, and a comedian. John Allen.
And he was bloody funny too.
Yeah, he was. So let's hope the machine's not as funny as that. But yeah, so that comes with a free pinpointer at the moment. Chris Addicted to Bleeps is testing it out. So I had a Q40 many years ago. Maybe that would be a good machine for you, Scott. A Quest. Have you heard of them?
Yeah. I know that Chris Addicted to Bleeps.
Yeah,
in quite a lot of his videos, doing reviews on that gear. So
yeah, they brought out some. I think they're going to be a contender with the Simplex, but we'll see how it goes. It'll be very interesting.
I saw that Pete from LP said he'll send me a mini horde. So thanks very much for that. That'll be good. That'll be good for one of the DN giveaways, mate. So cheers for that.
Yeah,
and also 3210. I love those phones. I would get another one. Good snake game on there. I don't think you'll get DN on it though.
No,
but
I have one of those. I think a lot of us had one.
But last forever.
4.5 minutes countdown to our weekly free Diggers Dips prize draw. For those of you who don't know, weekly we have Diggers Dips, who are a prize draw site, who give us 10 free dip tokens a week. So basically, I run a competition on the Big Metal Detecting Show Facebook group, And all you need to do is comment on it your name. You have to join the site. You have to comment your username and tag a friend, and basically you get entry to the draw. So I think there's about 40 free entrants tonight. So in 4 or so minutes we'll be running that, and we will find out who tonight's winner is. And obviously then we'll be coming back. We're going to run through this week's readers' finds, and then we'll be back with Scott. Now we're going to be finishing a little bit early tonight, as I mentioned, so don't forget that. So we need to get in any questions you want to ask Scott ASAP so we can get there. So if that's okay. So let's crack on, shall we, with some more?
Yes, I think a mini horde would be good for Scott, actually. More. I think
yes, definitely.
Yeah,
I'll give it a go. Yeah,
he looks like he's kind of vertically challenged.
I'm
5'11". I'm not that sure.
I'll tell you what. Have you got one, Dave?
No, not yet. No.
No. I've had one for a while now. I'll tell you what. If I was a kid and got that, it's really well made. In all honesty, I'm not sponsored by Nocta Macro or anything, but I lent it to a guy at work, and his kids went out with it the other week. I think they're 7 and 9. And they went out to the little forest near their house and found a pound coin, an old penknife. And my mate at work, he said, they want one for Christmas. They both want one. Thanks, Adrian. Cheers. Great, because 100 quid each or whatever, which ain't bad. But I think it's a really good thing for young kids to have because, they could go out and have fresh air. But I think my mate, he said they went out for 2 days. They went out on the Saturday for a walk and for 4 hours, and then they went out on the Sunday. It only takes 2 AA batteries, and he said they're still almost on full power. So cracking little things. I hope they're selling well.
Well, I'm definitely going to be getting the Boy Saddler one for Christmas anyway. Here's Luke. Good evening, Luke.
Hey, yeah. I just wanted to say my girls have been using the mini hordes, and they are really good. The girls have great fun. And I actually took one out. You couldn't. They're too small to use, practically. But I took one out and kind of gave them the same sort of test. That you give a proper machine, if you like, an adult machine. And I mean, there are things they can't do. The separation's not as good, but actually they really work. Completely different to the other option, which is the National Geographic things.
Oh, don't. Oh, God.
But these do work. They're really fast as well. Have you tried kind of reactivity testing?
Yeah. I think
they're pretty quick, isn't they? It's surprising.
If we dig up an iron post, it's like, oh God, but kids, it's treasure, isn't it? They don't. They're not.
Luke, 1 minute warning on my sharing of the screen, please, young man.
Okay, my friend, I'll remove myself, but yeah, definitely the mini or the midi horde, I'd absolutely recommend. Great Christmas presents.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks.
I'm definitely getting one for the Boy Saddler anyway. It's already. He doesn't know, but we know. He doesn't
probably
know.
Listening at the door.
No, he's gone to bed. Luke, share the screen. Luke, here we go. So we got 30 seconds. Yes, he's gone. He goes to bed at 8 o'clock. He's 8 o'clock at bedtime for children of that age.
Yeah.
But he was playing with me Simplex, and I absolutely loved it. And on a potato field that we were working on, he pulled, Dad, while I'm digging up something off, he went, and I got some crap, and he got a bloody coin. 5 seconds. Scott, you get to announce this week's winner, and we have to guess the number. So I will go for 18.
Between 1 and anything, or
let's say 32.
24.
What did you say, Adrian?
7.
And I'm 18. Oh, it's a naught.
Dave, you know what you should treat yourself to for Christmas? One of the SP22 or 24 coils for the Simplex. The ones that have been out.
I'm getting close. I'll have to have a look at that, actually, because Mrs. Saddler's asked me what she can get me.
There's a review in Treasure Hunting magazine in a couple of weeks on them.
One number out.
So
Scott?
Close. The winner was it Raldo 5?
Raldo 5, number 19. So congratulations to Raldo 5. And thank you to Chris and the team at Diggers Dips for providing us with that again. and that will be credited to your account shortly. So we will go over to the adverts shortly. I hate this waiting now. They'll cut me off in a sec, won't it?
A bit awkward.
Our most loved ones, kids, hooked on technology and disconnected from nature. And we, as parents, try to encourage them to go outside, explore and play, and teach them history. Yet, it seems hopeless at times. Nocta Macro. Introducing the world's first waterproof kids detector series. Mini and Mini Horde. Easy to use. Lightweight and compact. Find, discriminate, and pinpoint. Just like an adult's detector. Share your hobby with your kids to build great family memories. Let your kids discover a world full of adventure, experience and excitement of discovery right outside their door. Mini and Mini Horde, world's first waterproof kids detector series for the young treasure hunters of the future.
I'm Dave D, and you're watching XP Team USA.
Come back, everybody. What are you reading there, Adrian?
Sorry?
What are you reading there?
I was just looking at the gold tit.
Oh, is that a bird?
No, it's a Celtic coin where there's in this month's treasure hunting magazine. There's a page on values of them, and it's quite shocking, really, when you see the value of some. But I've always fancied a gold tit. But
so would I.
Yeah, I'd love to get my hands on one of those.
Mr. Higgins, I'm sharing the screen, and we're going to the reader's images. There we go. So first up, just a reminder, a virtual Christmas Detectable, which will be live here on the 11th, 12th and 13th of December. Go to virtualdetectable.com. You'll find out lots and lots about what's going on there and what the events will be, what will actually happen over the weekend. So there's that. Second up, oh, look at that. Oh, it's gone the wrong way. There you go. It's this month's treasure hunting magazine. Still only £4.10. A Scottish hoard and a very rare detecting find. An Emperor's Sacrifice by Zanzaharia. And News and Views, Sealing of Fate, a Norfolk detecting family. So, there you go. That's this once. And this was Will Hemo put this on the Big Detective Show Facebook group before. Turn off thy enders of east. It's time for the big detecting show. Fantastic.
That's great.
In it. Now, this little beauty. This was found by Craig Hearn of the Celtic Stag Detectorists, and we'll be looking at this a little bit more in depth in the Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine in the coming week or so. So, Jenna is pretty sure, this is from the an archaeologist at one of the museums. Jenna is pretty sure that the artifacts are Roman harness fittings. It could be good. They could be taken to the National Museum, but this may not be possible at the moment. In the meantime, he's sending images onto the National Museum. Isn't that lovely? It's a Roman harness fitting.
Yeah, wow. That's lovely.
Fantastic.
Well,
excuse me, vermin COVID.
That's the sort of thing I put my spade straight through when I'm digging.
That's the sort of thing that you should take a picture on a white background, Craig, not on your bed. Mrs. Hearn will go ballistics.
Or, little tip, if you go to a website called removebg.com, removebackground.com, you can upload your images and it removes the background and turns it white and makes it transparent, and it's free.
Yeah, it's pretty handy, that one.
Yeah, you know the one, don't you, Scott?
Yeah.
Removebg.com.
I will Google it now.
I've never heard of that. That's fantastic. Yeah. That's helps me enormously.
Yeah,
I think it only works with people, though, doesn't it? Or is there another one?
It's www.remove.bg. Not BG. Yeah, BG. And basically, if you work in publishing or print, you upload images and it downloads it in a high resolution format you can use in publications, but you have to pay. It's like 20p. But if you're just doing web or YouTube or stuff like that, low res stuff, it's free. And
that's fantastic.
So like when you get a logo and you need to put it on a background of a cover, and it's got a big white chunk, you think, I don't want to do that, and you haven't got Photoshop. Just go to removebg.com. So it's great for YouTubers and people doing stuff for their website.
Thank you very much.
That's all right. And also for your fines.
Yeah. This is Darren Richardson this week. Bit of a spoon end. Another one of his lovely little tokens. And he said a little bit more bits of crud. His buttons, his general coinage, and I think, is that a spindle whorl?
Yeah, it looks like it. Sorry, my screen's really small. Let's make it bigger.
Put your eye up close, mate.
I have. Yeah. Buttons. Oh,
now, I have... Here we go. This is Gary Finnan. He says, "Hi Dave, I believe it to be a Roman arrowhead, as the area where we are in is a Roman settlement and lots of coins and other items have been found. It gave a scratchy 19 on the knocks one way, so nearly walked over it due to the iron grunt. I'm so happy I dug it. Plan on cleaning it up soon and taking it off the corrosion. Was found near Brigstock in Northants." Isn't that fantastic? And he's got some other views as well.
And it's nice, you can see the proportion of it as well. He's got his hand. And a lovely bit of kitchen roll. A nice pattern. I like that.
Yes, very well. Is that Charming Ultra, maybe?
Yeah, Charming, yeah.
I can't think of any kitchen roll brands. But that is an absolutely fabulous find. And that goes to show, if you're in certain areas, dig all metal.
Yeah. I mean, the knocks, you get that grunt. A lot of machines, you get that grunt. I still, as long as you get a single one-way tone, I'll still dig it. I dig everything anyway. But yeah, that's lovely. That is. Really
nice. This is Graham Dempsey. It was found this weekend, and eyes only on a field with Roman activity. Is it a farming machinery or a knife blade? Now, to me, that's definitely a knife blade. Yeah. Difficult, obviously, for me or any of us to identify a time period. But nonetheless, let's do it that way, shall we? Nonetheless, that's a nice little eyes-only find.
Yeah.
Let's see what genius he can come up with his cleaning products and what he can make that into.
Yeah.
Get it in the Gladius.
Get it in the Gladius. Yeah. Actually, that's a strap line, Dave. Get it in the Gladius.
There you go, Graham. You can have that. This is Marcus Maximus. He found this in Ireland.
Lovely.
No idea what it is. I'm clueless when it comes to identification.
Got reverse.
No, that's it.
Oh.
I'll tell you what I can do. If this works, this is mint. I downloaded that Coinoscope app. So let's have a look. Come on, Coinoscope. Connected. It's connecting. And it's searching. And it's telling me it's a Great Britain half sovereign 1864 Victoria.
Lovely.
Wow.
And that's exactly the same. That Coinoscope's fantastic.
I did have that a while back, and I deleted it. I don't know why. I'm going to get that again. Is that free, Dave?
Yeah. There's loads of ads in it and what have you. Catalogue price, anything up to £500. Gosh. Marvellous. Well done. And well done to Coinoscope. Now, this is Shane Holdcroft, and this is actually befuddling him. He can't find out what it is. It's 55.74 grams, 9.2 millimeters thick, 65.6 millimeters long, and made from white lead. And he would like some help with identification. And do you know what it looks off? The very, very top of it, that the circular bit. It looks very, very akin to the cross off Oak Island, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If you post that on Twitter, look for a Dr. Simon Maslin, I think it is. He's an absolute wizard when it comes to IDing things. I think he's part of Portable Antiquities scheme. So if you go on Twitter, look for Dr. Simon Maslin, send in that picture, and he'll probably be able to ID it for you.
It's lovely. And that's the opposite side. It's got some detail within, but difficult. This was Jason Massey, I think.
Nice.
I'm sure he said he found it walking back to the car, so I'm just Coinoscoping it again. Do you know when you get a new toy and you find out, oh, didn't know what it was. Let's try again. Nah, Coinoscope can't find it. Chip Krasinski would. He'd know straight. Oh, we have a similar that I can't pronounce. One of them words. No, it's not it. It's just a similar, but it wasn't it. So I've no idea what that was anyway. And that was it. That's this week's Reader's Find. So thanks everyone for sharing them in. And as I say, if you could help Shane Holdcroft, he'd be very, very much appreciative of that. So Scott, you said you wanted to mention about Metal Detecting Channel.
Yeah, so he's going to be helping out with the prize draw live streams that we do. So every time we run a prize draw or a giveaway or anything like that, when all the places, the spaces and tickets are gone, he's going to be sort of voice over for the live streams on YouTube on the Detector Network Competitions channel.
Is this the Irish chap that I listened to a while ago?
No, that's Kieran Martin. TMDC is the Yorkshire chap, Mike Kane.
Right. Not heard of Mike, unfortunately.
Yeah, if you look up the Metal Detecting channel on YouTube, it's in the chat right now as well.
Right, yeah. Will do. I've got 4 weeks to do that.
Oh, of course, yeah, you're off, aren't you?
People are going to get spammed with all sorts now. No, it won't really. I'll be on what am I doing at the minute? I'm binge watching Dusk Till Dawn, the series at the moment. I found that the other day, so I'm on that. So I'll be binging over the next couple of weeks. So, Scott, anything else to throw at us this evening? Any more updates? Any more information?
I've probably missed. There's so much stuff going on. I'd like to say with the DGRG that you mentioned earlier, the Detectorist Digs and Rallies group, I'm quite interested in looking forward to rolling ahead with that and seeing what comes of that as well. So I'm quite a big advocate for that as well. As you said, it would be nice to get involved on that side of things.
Absolutely.
So that's one thing. And obviously, if anything Detector Network can do to help with that initiative, then we will. So that'll be great. I've got loads more features coming up. There's going to be a private find log on Detector Network. I want to build into the app offline capability. So when you snap a picture of your find, you get your GPS data, metadata, and then you can record it. Later on, we might connect that with your flow with PAS. I don't know what we're going to do yet, but that is something that we could do. So we might go down that route. Of course, we just launched the giveaway stuff today, so we're going to see how that goes. Got the iOS to do. I've got to get out detecting myself.
Discord.
The list is just endless, mate. So
one question that I was sent prior to the show by Nick West that I forgot to mention: can you set up a group for crotal bells? I've got to find
Jamie from Treasure Rangers, yeah.
I've got to find out who he's from now. I've lost it. There it is, Nick West. For Jamie Hodgkinson.
Yeah. So they've got a thing where Jamie hasn't found one yet, and this is Dream Find. And Nick made the mistake of letting me know. So every now and then I tag Jamie in a load of Crotal Bell pictures on DN, Instagram, and everywhere else. And
when I was having the conversation with him, predictive text took over and it went back as scrotal instead of crotal. So I said I'm bound to say scrotal instead of crotal now. So I apologise for people who think this is a gynecological show this evening. It certainly isn't. And no, Tidy Treasure Hunter, I have, as of net, not watched The Pig Hunter. I'll watch it while I'm off, I assure you. I had a fantastic trophy, more or less, sent to me a couple of weeks ago by Steve Pettican. Beautiful, big, welded circular with a trowel through the middle of it. Which, by the way, Steve, has now been sprayed black because I prefer black and it looks absolutely brilliant. I'll send you a photograph. But there was also some very peculiar bits and bobs in there. There was some Nocta Macro flags. There was a bit of tube, a mouse trap, and a DVD called The Pig Hunter. It was the most random package ever. It was ace. I love random things. It was fantastic.
It's things like that split when the postman's posted it. And it's like, what?
Pig Hunter, what's that about?
Yeah, trophy. That's a Pig Hunter bloke lives there.
Lovely.
And then obviously we also have Space Pants, Scotty B, Peter Dinklage, MIDI Hunter user. Yes, the MIDI Hunter. I'm looking forward greatly to going out with the boy because he's desperate to get out of me. But as you know, Adrian, it's difficult walking around with a young person trying to do what you want to do yourself, but then having to do what you can't switch off and do what you normally do. You've got to work it totally different. So it'll be great to have him walking alongside me instead of into me.
Well, my daughter's 20 now, and I think I said she's a paramedic, so she's been very busy the last few weeks, even more so since Boris announced the lockdown. So there's a lot of people, she's had some really bad calls and stuff. Yeah. So we went out on the beach near me. I don't detect on the beach much, but went out on the beach with, I won't say what machine it was, but a new machine that's out, and I gave it wasn't the Evo. It was a fairly compact machine. I gave it to her, and she just picked it up. And for all these years, laughing and like Dad's going metal detecting and all these sort of comments, she actually was enjoying it and detecting. And I thought, this is fantastic. And she's like, oh, I've got a signal. And you know, some people, you just give a detector, and they're like, their whole body moves, and they're like going really slow. She started swinging and stuff. No, and she and I thought, yeah, that's lovely. She's got it. She gets it. She's got it. She's got the bug. She knows what it's about, and hopefully we'll go out again soon. And it was a nice fresh walk, you know, nice sunny sort of day, and I'm hoping that you can. We all pass good and bad things onto our kids: smoking, drinking, eating badly. But metal detecting, you know, done in the right way, what a great thing to pass on to your kids and friends.
Mason absolutely loves archaeology. I call him Archeo Boy on the videos. Loves it.
Yeah. He'll love it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. But as I say, using the simplex, it was just far too, wasn't right for him, the size and what have you. But the MIDI horde, it'll just give him the next couple of years at least until he's ready for something adult, but obviously shrunken.
Yeah, the only downside for the simplex I find with young children is the pressure you have to put on the buttons.
Right.
It's quite hard. So like the pinpointer, you've got to really push it down. Whereas we probably just don't think any more of it. But when you next use your Simplex and you start pressing the buttons, you think, oh yeah, it's quite a bit of pressure. I mean, it'll go short, won't it?
I might just give him the instructions to the routers and let him learn that. Learn it.
Yeah.
Teach me.
Give him the Polish instructions. Get him to translate it as well. But,
Probably would.
Have you still got your routers?
Yeah, still here. Yeah.
You should take it out. Surprise you. TC Detector will comment on that.
Well, I only ever use. I've got all the listings of all the different user settings. I use your own, as you know. TCs. I mainly use TCs, to be fair, because I had the most luck with that. And Linda Merchant Lumdums as well. I've said that wrong, haven't I?
Yeah.
That was a mouthful. You know what I'm on about. Sorry, Mrs.
Actually, that'd be a good machine for Scott, because he's very technical and he likes programming things. So I think the routers would be good for Scott, actually, thinking about it.
Yeah, potentially, with all them different freak. Mind you saying that, he hasn't got enough time to learn the routers with all the other things he's got on.
Oh, no, that's true. He'll reprogram it, redesign it.
Yeah, fair dues.
It'll show a hologram of your find when you get a
and it'll have Detector network on it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those massive stickers, yeah.
well, listen, everybody, we're going to wrap it up now. As I say, we were running for an hour tonight or so we've run for an hour and 7 minutes. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. We'll be back next week, hopefully, with Justin Critchlow, who's recently found a Roman Horde, and we've got an exclusive show on that with all the images and such like as well. So week after that, we have Mr. Nick West from the Metal Detecting War Relics. Following week, we have Jason Massey from Veterans...
Detecting for Veterans.
Detecting for Veterans, sorry. And the week after that, with much pomp and circumstance, because I've been wanting to speak to him for a while. A lot of people have been asking for him. Mr. Keith Westcott from the Association of Detectorists will be joining us on the 3rd of Detector Network. The 3rd of December. You can use that, Scott. Happy Detector Network Day.
I'll remember that one.
So looking forward greatly to speaking to Keith as well. And I think that's it, everybody. I've covered everything tonight. Don't forget, keep safe. If you do have any issues regarding the psyche, speak to people. Pop onto the Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine website, archmdmag.com, and you'll find a brief article there, and obviously lots of links as well. Give me a shout.
On DN as well. And I forgot to say that I set up a specific group for that called Dr. Detector. I've got to thank Kieran Martin, the podcast, for that term. But yeah, there's a group in there where you can post loads of stuff as well.
Now, I thought Dr. Detector was out of fix your machine if it was broke.
No.
I didn't really. I'm just joking. I'm just kidding.
You're such a pain sometimes, Dave. But yeah, no, thanks for that, Kieran Martin. There is a group on there. If you want to chat, just put stuff on DN, put stuff in Discord, RTMD Mag site, and also I'll post your links up on DN as well, Dave.
Or you could just wind up or abuse Scott because he absolutely loves it.
I do, mate. Yeah, I do. I'm used to it now, I'll tell you that.
Well, thanks for coming on again, Scott. Pleasure. I'm sorry it's not a full few hours show as always, but needs must. And Adrian, it's been a pleasure as always.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming on again. Much appreciated it. I'm Dave Sadler. That's Scott Holden. There you go. That's Adrian Gaylor. That's the most important person here, Luke Higgins. Thank you all for joining in, and we will see you next Thursday at 8 o'clock. Good night, everyone.
I'm Dave D, and you're watching XP Team USA.